Hey, Mom, how are you today? Hanging in? Oh, well, you know, dear, I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's the only thing you can do, right? I mean, as the saying goes. I know it's just a cliche, but I think it really is true. At least that's how it's always been when something terrible happens, right? Isn't that what you always told me, Mom? Well, I guess it was easier said than done. It wasn't happening to me, whatever it was. Well, yeah, I guess so. But still, Dad and you are divorced, so you've mourned a divorce, but you've never mourned a husband. And I know how much you loved Jonathan. Everyone did. Well, he loved you too. You may have been just a stepdaughter, but he never saw you as just a stepdaughter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. And I thought of him as my dad, as my second dad. Well, he would have loved to have heard that. Oh, believe me, I told him. You did? You mean before he passed? You two talked about that? Oh yeah, we had many really great heart-to-hearts. Oh, I am so happy to hear that. You have no idea. Well, it's true. I loved John. Screw cancer. Yeah. Screw it. Been 10 months. 10 long, miserable months since he's been gone. And to tell you the truth, I feel no closer to the end of any sort of grieving process. It's nothing like what that silly grief counselor said. Well, I think it's a process that you kind of go back and forth on. It's never just one thing, you know? Yeah, I know, but I hate going to those grief meetings, Jules. Do I really have to go? All of those people are just so depressing. Well, of course you don't have to go if you don't want to, but do you share? What do you mean, do I share? You know, your story. Do you share your story there? About you and Jonathan? Well, I don't see why I should do that. What business is it of theirs? Okay, well, do you talk about how you're feeling at least? Well, yet again, Jules, how do I feel about my dead husband any of their business? Okay, well, I guess if you aren't going to open up in there, it sort of defeats the purpose. But I really encourage you to keep doing it. Why? Do you think it will get any better? Well, it might. Who knows? One of these days you might have a revelation. A revelation? Yeah, an epiphany. Someone will say something that will inspire you and you'll just open up and it'll all come spilling out. And then you'll feel so much better, Mom. Well, maybe I don't want to spill out. And maybe I don't even want to feel better. What do you think of that? And you think that you know who will make you feel better? At least the grief counseling at the hospice is free. You know who? And who might I know? You know, your little medium friend, the clairvoyant, Glenda? Well, I haven't been going to see Glenda. Come on, Mom, I have the receipts, literally. You had them sitting right there on your dining room table. Well, how dare you go snooping through my personal papers? I taught you better than that. Believe me, I wasn't snooping. I could hardly miss it. Glenda must be going blind. The typeface on those receipts is getting bigger and bigger. Well, maybe I am. So what? So what if I am? Why is that any of your business? Oh, come on, Mom. We've been over this. You know that woman is a scam artist, right? You just don't understand, Jules. If only you'd go in for a reading, you'd finally see that she's the real deal. Oh, please, real deal. She has a gift. She truly does. And how does she have a gift? Please, tell me. Don't you remember when my sister Gladys died? Glenda told me that she left something in her closet for me. And then I found her Himalayan healing stones in there. She always wanted me to have them, but had lost them like 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, Mom. Like it was a big stretch that an airhead like Aunt Gladys could lose her Himalayan healing stones in her own closet. Oh, you're just a cynic. Stop it. Have you talked to the grief counselor about this? I don't have to tell you that. That's patient-client confidentiality, remember? Hey, you don't have to tell me anything that you don't want to, Mom. I'm only your daughter, after all. Well, maybe I have, maybe I haven't. And what does Roberto say about Glenda? Roberto says that I should grieve any way I please. Oh, does he now? Well, maybe I'll have to have a little talk with Roberto myself. Well, fine, go ahead. Hi, Mr. Diaz. This is Jules Opperfield. I'm Nicolette Chambers' daughter.
Oh, yes. Miss Opperfield.
Please, call me Jules.
Well, please call me Roberto. I wanted to talk to you, Jules. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for saying so.
Jonathan was a very good man. I had a chance to get to know him a little before he passed on.
Yeah, I heard you guys got to talk a lot.
I really just wish I'd gotten to know him better. Spend a little more time with him. I'm not sure if you were aware of this, but I am a chaplain as well as a grief counselor here at the hospice.
Yes, my mother had told me something about that. I'm sure you heard from Jonathan. He wasn't exactly a religious man.
Well, yes, we did get on that topic, and quite at length. In fact, I found him to be quite well versed in the subject of philosophy and religion. The humanities of all kinds, really. It's more than I can say for most of my charges, I must say. God bless their eternal souls.
Yeah, well, he was very strong in his beliefs, but never rude about them, you know? But he loved to debate.
Yes, I must say I came much more prepared for our second chat.
That's good. You would have needed it.
Well, how is your mother getting on? I haven't spoken to her in a few days, and to be honest, her appearances in our group meetings have been getting rather sporadic lately.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure she's doing very well at all, actually.
Yes, I suspected this. I wish she'd come in and talk to me again. I really think it would help her out tremendously.
Well, when's the last time she's been in to see you?
Well, I'm sorry, Jules, but I can't share that with you. It would go against our...
Right, confidentiality, blah, blah. I'm just concerned that she's, well, trying to cure her grief through unhealthy means.
Well, first of all, you can't cure grief. It is simply always there. It's just sometimes appears in lesser forms.
I know. That's what I keep on trying to tell her, but she can't see the forest through the trees, you know? I think she's just too wrapped up in her own grief to see that she's getting ripped off and bamboozled, you know?
Wait, ripped off and bamboozled? By who?
Oh, well, the thing is, she occasionally goes to talk to a psychic. She said that she mentioned this to you.
Oh, well, no, she did not mention a psychic to me. I would have remembered that.
Yeah, this woman is named Glenda. She's seen her on and off for years. She's convinced that she has a gift or something.
And she told you that she had told me this?
Yeah, she said that you were fine with it, that you said if it helps you grieve, you were all for it.
Well, I most certainly would not have said that.
So you aren't a big believer in that sort of thing, Padre? Even though you're a spiritual person?
Well, I of course do believe in the spiritual world, and perhaps it's possible that some of us could possibly be more in touch with that realm than others, that the veil between them could be thinner, so to speak. But do I believe that human mortals can communicate with the dead? No. And if I did, do I think it would be moral for them to profit off of it? Also a big hard no.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I stand on it, at least the last part. Honestly, Padre, I lean more on the Jonathan side of things in that regard.
Ah, so you kind of believe in nothing.
Well,
It's okay. You don't have to answer. But if you ever do, we would have plenty of patient privileges.
Well, thanks. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. But in the meantime, do you have any advice for me?
Well, I would suggest you try to get her back in to see us in group counseling.
Yeah, I'm trying. I told her she needs one crack in that emotional wall of hers.
And well, just give her some patience. It is true, she does need to grieve in her own way, but this is not the way.
So what do I do about that, though? About Glenda?
Well, sadly, it is up to your mother to make these decisions for herself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she can still make decisions for herself.
You can only control your own actions and reactions.
I suppose so.
However,
yeah?
No one ever said that you couldn't go pay Glenda a visit, of course. I mean, as a paying customer and all. Nothing unethical about that.
Oh, of course.
Be careful, though. These psychics, I know just enough to be nervous. Don't let her get in your head.
I won't, believe me. Oh, Jules, honey, I have wonderful news for you, for us, just wonderful. Oh, okay, Mom, well, what is it? Okay, well, please don't be mad at me, okay? Well, I can't promise you anything, Mom. Oh, come on, you have to. You have to promise that you won't get mad at me, because it's such an amazing thing. It's a miracle, in fact. And if you get mad at me, I will be so mad at you. Okay, fine. I promise that I won't get mad at you. Okay, well, I went to see Glenda again. Oh, damn it, Mom, why the hell did you do that? Hey, you promised not to get mad at me. Well, I lied, so there. What are you going to do about it? I'm going to be mad at you right back. That's what I'm going to do about it. Well, whatever. You already told me, so what's the miracle? Enlighten me. Make me a believer. Fine, but don't mock it. Go ahead. Well, we had a seance. A seance? Seriously, a seance? Well, yes, but you don't understand, sweetie. It was amazing. I talked to him, honey. You talked to who, Mom? To Jonathan. We reached him. Mom, what are you talking about? What do you mean you reached him? Well, it was deep into the session, and Glenda said that finally Jonathan was here. Honey, I mean, he was there. He'd finally made his presence known to me. Mom. Wait. But then, you see, I was skeptical too, you see. Oh, really? Were? Yes, and so I asked him. I asked Jonathan. I said, give me a sign, Jonathan, if it's really you. And what did he say? Well, at first I wasn't so sure that nothing happened, but then I felt sort of this cool breeze on my neck. And then I heard what sounded like a soft rustling. A soft rustling? Yeah. So that was it? You think Jonathan was in the soft rustling? Well, yes, you remember the man. He was always softly rustling. Oh, Mom. Hey, you said you wouldn't be judgmental. Now that's something that I never said. I felt him, Jules. Don't you get it? Yeah, Mom, I get that. You think that you felt something. What? No! I get that the power of suggestion is an incredible thing, and especially so with someone who's in mourning like you, who's weak and vulnerable and in pain. So what are you saying? I'm saying that this Glenda is a complete and total jackal who is relying on you just like she preys on all her supposed clients. I wish you would please just go and see her. Go and give her a chance. Who knows, perhaps Jonathan will make himself known to you as well, dear.
Oh yeah, maybe he will.
Although, well, I kind of doubt it, to be honest.
And why is that? Do you not find me worthy or something?
Well, it's just that the spirits would rather show themselves to people who are open to their existence.
Right, well, I'll try to keep an open mind. But what do you think Jonathan would say about all this?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, he didn't believe in any of this. So when he appeared to you, did he, apologize for being so wrong all of these years?
Well, I told you, it was just a soft rustling. Perhaps maybe next time I'll finally get one.
Right, sure. Well, fine, I guess. Give me this woman's number.
What? Really? You're really going to go and see her? Do you mean it?
Well, yeah, for you, Mom, I will. But only for you.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you so much, dear. You have no idea. I've been wanting this for so long, you know.
Yes, I know.
I really think this is going to be a life-changing experience for me. Well, I'm sure that it will be, in fact. And look, I'll pay for it, okay? I don't want you to have to worry about that, all right?
Oh, no. If I'm going to this woman, I'm paying for it. I don't want you to give her 1 red cent on my behalf. You got that, Mom?
All right, fine. I'm just glad that you're going to talk with her.
But one more thing. I'm not stepping into that creepy little house of hers where she does those readings.
Oh, well, it's not creepy. It's quite nice, actually.
Does it stink of patchouli?
Well,
I'll just text her. Thank you very much.
Oh, but dear, that isn't the same. The spirits don't work over Wi-Fi.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be a problem for Glenda as long as the check clears. Hello, Glenda.
Oh, I'm getting a feeling. Is this Jules?
Well, yes it is.
I knew it.
Well, we did have an appointment scheduled for 10.
Well, I don't keep track of the time, though, you see, dear.
Oh, you don't? So you can just sense when your next appointment is?
Yes, it's part of my gift. I've always been able to do it.
And does this also transfer to things like doctor's appointments and stuff?
Well, sadly no. I have to keep a strict calendar for those types of things. For instance, just yesterday I forgot my pedicure appointment. My girl Lynn called me in a panic asking where I was, screaming actually in that cute little oriental voice she does.
I think it's just Asian now.
What?
Well, I think you would just refer to that as an Asian accent or dialect, not Oriental.
Oh, well, whatever. Who can keep up with the terms these days, right, honey? And I'm a psych.
Right, well, anyway, so tell me.
So, tell me a little about yourself. I mean, I know your mother quite well, but I'd like to get to know you.
Well, I can only assume that she's told you all about me.
Yes, but that was all in her words. I want to hear about you in your own words.
What do you mean?
I mean, who are you? Your hopes, your dreams, who you are, apart from your mother.
Well, why don't you tell me what she's told you about me?
I can't, darling, I'm sorry. Client psychic confidentiality.
Oh, do you have client psychic confidentiality now too?
Well, yes. It would be unethical for me to divulge in any details regarding anything your mother has told me in our private sessions.
Oh, so that is what you would consider unethical then? That's where you would draw the line?
Well, yes, of course, but there are many other places that I would draw the line. I don't understand. Are you implying that I'm an unethical person or something?
No, not at all.
You know, a lot of people have the wrong idea about psychics. I think maybe you do too.
Oh, you think so? What would ever give you that idea?
Well, your mother told me one thing. What has made you so cynical, Jules? What has led you to be so closed off to things that are just possibly beyond our human understanding?
It's not that I'm closed off to anything. It's just I'm kind of a believe it when I see it type of person.
Well, allow me to show you then.
Okay, fine. Show me.
I don't usually do this over chat, but let's try it out, okay?
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready and open to the spirit world to change my mind.
Okay, just close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Closing, breathing.
Oh, spirits of the netherworld, please tell me, who am I speaking with today?
Wait, what's going on? Who are you talking to?
The spirit world. I'm asking them to come and show themselves to us.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay, they are asking who you would like to talk to. What about your stepfather, Jonathan? He really did enjoy his time with your mother the other day. I'm sure that he would love to speak with you as well.
Wait, are you talking about the soft rustling?
Well, yes, that's their way of speaking to us, don't you know? The spirits, that is.
But why the soft rustling?
Well, it's hard for them to form words, you see. It's sort of like they have a block on it. It's for our own benefit, really. Humans, of course.
Humans? But why? I mean, what would happen if we heard a spirit's voice?
Well, terrible things. Terrible things for the listener and the spirit.
Oh, no.
Yes, so we have the soft rustling because it's easy, and, they don't want to scare at all, is the thing. Oh, okay, right. Well, I guess that sort of makes sense. So, anyway, do you want to talk to Jonathan? Well, to be honest, Jonathan doesn't actually believe in any of this sort of thing. Well, yes, so? Doesn't that affect it, I mean? What do you mean? Well, wouldn't he have had to believe in all of this, to be able to contact me from the other side? Well, no, of course not. A spirit is a spirit, no matter their belief or not. Oh, so he wouldn't be, screaming up at us from the depths of hell or anything like that then, would he? What? No, it doesn't work like that. So he's not just, in brutal agony, moaning in torture and pain? No, the spirits who come to visit us in our sessions simply do not work like that. Wait, they work? So they have jobs and stuff in the underworld? So are there hierarchies? No. Okay, let's just get back to the session, okay? Okay, shoot, I'm ready. Bring on the spirit world. Fine, okay. Deep breath. I'm good. I was talking to myself. Oh, spirit world. Bring about Jules' stepfather Jonathan, who, despite his cynical belief and hers as well, interesting, loved and cared for her very deeply. Wait, what? Hold up. What? What's wrong? I think I felt something. You felt something? What did you feel? I felt something on the back of my neck, like a breath or something. Yes, exactly. And do you hear anything? Any soft rustling? I hear a soft, it's almost like a soft growling. Wait a minute, what's that sound? I hear something. What, you can hear it too? He's here, I knew it! Wait, hold on a second, that growling sound, you hear it? Oh my god, it's getting louder and more high-pitched. Oh my god, it is! Here too, and why are the lights flickering on and off? What is happening? It's Jonathan, Glenda, he's here! You've brought him here from the depths of hell! No, I didn't, I couldn't have. But you did, Glenda, you did. And you were right, you don't have to be a believer. You don't have to believe in anything. Anything at all, just like you, right? What? What is that? I heard it too, it sounded like my name. Oh my god, it's saying my name too. It's saying my name. This can't be happening. This can't be happening right now. Why not, Glenda? But why can't it be happening? You summoned him. You've summoned him with your incredible gift. Why can't you believe that it's happening? Because it's all a grift, don't you get it? Because I can't see or hear or talk to the dead at all. Because I'm a cheat, a huckster, a swindler, a fraud. Wait, what, Glenda? You mean all of this has just been fake? A con? A charade? Yes, of course it has, Jules. What are you, an idiot? I'm not a psychic. There's no such thing as a psychic. We just put a line of crap on vulnerable people and then charge them for it, don't you know? Uh-huh. So that's what you do. That's what you've been doing to my mom? Wait, it stopped. The growling, the light flickering, it stopped. But why? How could you do that, Glenda? How could you take money from sad, grieving, vulnerable people? People like my poor, naive mother. Wait a minute. That was you, wasn't it? You were the one who was doing all of that. How did you do that? Well, whatever do you mean, Glenda? Is this some kind of a joke to you or something? This is my livelihood. This is my job we're talking about, woman. Well, if you don't like that, you're really going to hate this. Hate what? What are you talking about? Well, do you see that guy outside your window? Ah! Who is that man? That's Father Roberto. Wait, that's that grief counselor that your mother was telling me about. Well, what the hell is he doing here? He's playing the role of my dead stepfather in today's show. What? You mean that he was just sitting out there making growling sounds? Well, I think he had some cool voice changer app that his nephew showed him too. Well, what about the lights? How was he making them flick on and off like that then? He used to build houses for a mission in Peru before he came to the hospice. He has plenty of electrical experience. You are all insane. Your whole family. Your mother too, by the way. She always was. Well, you certainly did not help with that over the years. If I could only get back every dollar that she gave you, that you took from her, just like you took it from so many other poor people just like her. Poor? Oh, please. Deep down, all these people know what they're doing. They know the deal. They know that I'm offering a service just like any other, just something to make them feel better for a while. Something to offer a little bit of hope, or to numb the pain, just like church, just like the bartender. Actually, the more I think about it, the more that grief counselor and I are alike. Oh, I don't think so. There is one big crucial difference. Oh yeah, and what's that? Well, he's not about to be investigated for fraud, and you are. Wait, what? Hey Mom, how are you doing today? Hey honey, I'm doing a lot better. I feel like I'm coming to terms with things a little. I ran into Roberto the other day at the grocery store. He happened to mention that You've been a little more vocal in the group lately. Well, yes, I have been opening up a little more. And you know, it was true what you said. It took one woman's story to really crack me. Oh, yeah? Yeah, she was talking about losing her son, and I don't know, something about it. I just felt like it was finally time. Well, I'm glad, Mom. I'm glad you decided to go back. Well, how could I not? I certainly wasn't going to go back to Glenda after the way you exposed her. And you wouldn't have been able to go back to her anyway, considering she couldn't make bail. So, extortion, huh? And money laundering, wire fraud, bank fraud, mail fraud. Turns out the whole business was shady. It just took turning over the rocks to find all the insects. Well, I'm glad she's out of business now. Who knew that posting those texts online would destroy her so fast? Well, when they put you in TMZ and the Daily Mail, it's only a matter of time before you're done for good. I know now that I was trying to find the easy way out instead of doing the hard work that grief requires. Well, I'm glad that you figured it out. Love you, Mom. I love you, dear. I somehow knew you were going to say that. I could sense it. Perhaps I'm a little psychic. Jules and her mom decided to start going to the grief counseling sessions together, and Jules found that she had a lot of unresolved mourning to do herself, which they were grateful to do together. Jules and Roberto continued their friendship and had long talks on subjects Jonathan loved, such as religion, history, and philosophy. Their days of pulling pranks on psychics, however, were over. Glenda was sentenced to 3 years in prison for a series of financial crimes and was never allowed to practice as a medium in the state again. This hasn't stopped her from operating a thriving business in the state prison, where she trades psychic readings for barbecue Fritos, Twizzlers, and toothpicks from the commissary.